Good morning, Southern California, AM 1220 KHTS. Host Fred Arnold on the Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight. Joined by my good friends Chris and Jennie Clark. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Got you guys on here finally.
Yeah.
I know you have so much to say and share with, especially when it comes to real estate. You guys are doing a great job showing real estate, listing real estate, getting all the millennials out there in addition to those that want to move up, homes. But I have to ask you, real life real estate, why? How did you come up with that name? Because it is quite unique.
We've been asked that a lot. It kept coming up for us when we were really deciding what to name our company. I just kept saying, you know what, Chris, I really just want to be real. There's so many agents out there, and there's so many of the same kind of people out there, and we just want to be different. We want to be real with people, real with their emotions, their feelings. We really want to treat them like that. And that word real just kept coming up over and over again. So we just kind of said, hey, how about real life real estate?
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chris, and you agreed right away, right?
Absolutely.
Smart man. Smart guy. So Chris, what do you specialize in? What kind of real estate? What areas?
So we generally work Greater Los Angeles. We both live in Santa Clarita, so we more specialize in Santa Clarita. She has a background in property management for 6 years. So
yes, I remember you.
Yeah.
That's how I met you originally, was through property management.
Yep, all that networking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was born and raised. She moved out here at the age of 4,
Yeah.
so we know the ins and outs of Santa Clarita. And with her property management background, she knows the ins and outs of every street, every nook of Santa Clarita.
Well,
It's good for the investor.
The great thing is, and it doesn't mean you can't be a good real estate agent if you moved out here 10 years ago.
Right.
But you've been lifelong residents, which means you've been in a lot of homes with friends growing up.
Absolutely.
Now you start seeing homes. Now you understand valuations. I think that does give you a unique perspective. Would be a great thing to say.
Mm-hmm.
Would you agree with that, Jennie?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's very helpful knowing, like you said, different houses that you've seen growing up, or like for me with the property management, I've seen almost every floor plan, every house, every neighborhood. Like he said, someone will name a street, they'll go, oh, it's in that neighborhood. So that's really helpful.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Now, so let's talk about what sets you apart when it comes to listing a home, because there's two sides of the transaction: a listing agent and a buyer's agent.
Yeah, and we do both, to be honest. Listing a home is definitely a little bit more of a challenge because there's so many agents out in this valley. And a lot of agents will just put a sign in the yard, put it in the MLS, and then pray that it sells. Mm-hmm. So we go a little bit further than that, and we prospect. We prospect for our listings.
So you kind of canvas around the neighborhood? Is that what you mean by prospect?
We do. We absolutely do. We do just listed postcards. We'll knock neighborhoods, especially before an open house. Over 90% of people now are online. So if you're not online, you're not going to be seen. Mm-hmm. The first thing we do is really prospect and sell the listing to the agents, because if the agents don't know about it, the public's not going to necessarily know about it. The next step is then to make sure the public knows. And so we really utilize the social media out there. We're on every social media website. I'm sure you see all our stuff. And
I do. Every time you have an open house, every time you have a new listing. And I think that's powerful, because a lot of times you'll get people that'll come look at your open house from maybe Granada Hills, Northridge, Glendale, LA, because they're looking for maybe different lifestyle. Again, there's different things for different people, and the lifestyle out here is different, and it's great for certain aspects of raising family, quietness. It's really unique.
And that's great you said the lifestyle, because that's really what we do is we focus on the lifestyle. We're not just marketing the house to anybody. We really try to figure out who is going to be living in this house, which family is going to be living here, what do they look like, and we're going to market to them. And we utilize the demographic targeting online, so it really gets to that group of people.
And that's one of the things that you have to remember is there is demographic targeting online where you can. Facebook knows how much somebody makes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, which means that all of us, because of our choices that we make on Facebook and online, and we live there.
Yeah.
So, Chris, listings are great. We love to have them, but probably coming into a lot of your open houses are buyers, or buyers call you. Mm-hmm. What are some things that buyers need to look at that you offer that's really important?
I think communication. Communication's key. I think that's with any business transaction across the board, especially in real estate, because not the average person's buying and selling a home on a daily basis, where we're involved in transactions on a daily basis. So we know what's going on. We always keep our clients informed along the way, and just keep the lines of communication open. If they have any questions, we're always open, and
Got
Just
it.
keep the ball moving.
So let me ask you, Jennie, what are some of the questions you'd ask a buyer? Coming in, or some of the questions that buyers should be being asked by agents?
Really, the first thing that we do is kind of find out who they are. I mean, it's important to know who your client is. What do they do? What do they like to do? What are their hobbies? I think great agents ask great questions, and that's really the target, is to find out what they're looking for in a home. Where do you want to live? What are your hobbies? Where do you work? Trying to get
I think
all of
where
that.
do you work is one of the most important. The reason why I raised my family in the West Side was I wanted to be right next to the freeway.
Yeah. That's
because
huge in
I was
Santa
driving out
Clarita.
to Pasadena every day, and I wanted to just be closer. I wanted to make that last 15 minutes no longer be there.
Right.
So that's a great question.
And if you do ask the right questions and you do know about your client, and since we've been born and raised and know all the areas, it's easy for us to go, oh, I know exactly where to put you. Yeah. So.
And now, on a personal note, I know you guys are involved in a lot. You go to a lot of charity functions. You do a lot in town.
Yeah. We try.
We do as much as we can,
We feel like it's important to be known in your valley.
Yeah. And it's kind of your philosophy. Those who want to reach out to you, how can they get a hold of you?
Oh, they can get a hold of us any which
I know, easy. Cell phone, text messaging.
Right?
Email.
Facebook,
Yeah, if you could
YouTube.
share for those.
Absolutely. The easiest email is RLR, as in real life real estate, rlrclerks@gmail.com.
RLR Clarks.
Facebook page is Real Life Real Estate. That's our business page. You can get a hold of us directly at 661-476-0701. That's my direct cell.
And Jennie and Chris Clark, Jennie. Just look you up on Facebook.
Yep, absolutely.
That's the easiest way to do it. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. And keep doing what you're doing and serving all those. I think real estate's going to pick up. I think it's going to pick up really strong. Rates are going to come down. And I think it's going to be
Fingers
really,
crossed.
Yeah. No, it's going to happen. I truly believe that. Well, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chris and Jennie Clark, Real Life Real Estate. Well, hope you enjoyed this edition of the Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight. This host Fred Arnold on AM 1220 KHTS.